This segment is being brought to you by Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. All right, welcome back, everyone, to Southern Woods and Waters. We have Alton Johns with us, General Manager, Gander Mountain, Mount Juliet, Tennessee. And then we have Tanner Hale. Tanner, I want to talk to you for just a second. Tanner, you've been out on the water, brother, and Old Hickory, you've been to Priest. Now, I saw some pictures. You tore them up on Priest. Barkley, been to Barkley. What's next?
Barkley, Kentucky Lake, you know, those I've been down there the most lately.
Well, we got that Carl Parkins coming up on Kentucky Lake.
Yes, sir. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
And that's right. So what should a man be thinking about doing?
Well, right now, anybody out there that's fishing this tournament definitely should be excited about this weather the way I'm rolling in right now, because this little cold spell the way I'm coming in is definitely going to, you know, help cool things off a little bit. And
will it send them showers?
It's going to definitely get those fish around the grass acting right. I mean, they're, you know, this cool, you know, this, just coming off the summer months, you know, everything's cooling off. You know, it's people have been definitely catching some fish down there around that stuff. You know, now with it cooling off, they're really going to get the biting, and I think it's going to have them acting, you know, if we can have the weather cooperate for the rest of the week, I think we're going to see some really big bags and some really big ones get caught this coming week.
What do you think about the water levels? I mean, the water level on Kentucky Lake right now is like 355, so it's way down.
Yeah, you know, I actually was at Barkley last weekend. I got to see the water down there. You know, they're the twin lakes right there beside one another, and you know they're both down. You know, right now the winter pool. This rain is going to, you know, bring it up, and you know, I think this week they'll be pulling the water, which is going to do nothing but help us out there. Oh yeah. You know, especially the grass around the river and stuff. I think it's really going to have those fish, you know, really set up right. You know, feeding really good. So, weather permitted, and the TVA is on our side, I think we're going to have a really good tournament and a really good week of fishing this week.
That would be awesome. That'll be. Yeah, now I know you love to fish too.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite?
Actually, my favorite fishing is I just like pan fishing.
Really?
Yeah, crappie.
You like crappie and bluegill and shellcracker or stuff like that?
Yep.
That's now. Where do you like to go?
Center Hill Lake.
Center Hill.
Yeah, that's my favorite place to fish. It's convenient to where I live, and
now have you got some secret spots on there that's got some good crappie and stuff?
Yeah, I got one or two little spots over there.
Well, now we got to be talking now, because Center Hill, to me, I love to fish for bass on Center Hill, but the crappie and shellcracker and stuff like that has just eluded me big time.
There's some big ones in there.
There's some hosses in there.
Yeah, I've caught them.
Chris Snow gets me every time. He'll be bass fishing for smallmouth and catch a 2.5 pound crappie, and he's like, "Is there any question where this one's going?" You know, it's going right in live well. But you know, but he does that consistently, and so I know Center Hill's got a great population of crappie.
Yep, very good. You know, I've talked to several people that's lived over there for many years, and they say that's some of the biggest crappie, you know, you'll catch anywhere out of that lake.
Now, is this a good time of year to be fishing for them?
Yeah, they're starting to turn back on again. They have slowed down. I hadn't been in a while, but early spring is really good over there. Mm-hmm. You know, early
and then
spring
fall?
In the fall right now, but you know, I can't stay out of the woods long enough to go hunting.
Now, rainy days, you ought to be out there fishing.
Yeah, it's a toss-up which one to do.
That's right. I know you've had some, and his excuse is, and he's got a good one, he's had some big bucks on trail cams, and that kind of keeps you put in a tree somewhere, you know?
Yeah, it's hard not to go when you keep
when you know that's
of
walking around.
Yeah.
It's hard not to go. But you know, this time of year, fall's a great time of year, isn't it, Tanner, for catching really trophy-sized fish, whether it be bass or whatever. I did happen to see a Facebook post that somebody made on a lake outside of South Carolina, where the fish was actually twice the size of the man, and it was a catfish, and the water was just super clear, and they took a photograph of it, and the diver is in front of it, and the diver's head would easily fit into that catfish's mouth all the way up to his shoulders. So there's some houses of fish that we have we just don't know about yet. but there's also great fishing opportunities. Tennessee's full of them.
Yep.
Your store has some of the best, highest quality fishing gear. I love Abu Garcia, and y'all have had a full range of that stuff, all the way from plastics. I'm a Rapala fan, and you got to be a Rapala fan if you fish Percy Priest. And I mean, if you don't have a Rapala in the boat, you're not gonna catch as many. I promise. But they've come out with all kinds of new baits. Rapala's really come on the scene. I have never in my life seen as much Rapala stuff as y'all have.
Huge selection.
Big.
I don't know exactly how many we have, but it's got to be a couple hundred at least.
At least that.
Yeah,
At least
that's
that.
on
Every
one side of the aisle.
Yeah, every different color in the world. So great fishing opportunities, great hunting opportunities are found right there in Gander Mountain. But also got a hype on one other thing, and that's your camping department.
Yeah. That's real big for us also, and especially this time of year. A lot of people's going camping in the fall. It's cooled down a little bit.
Well, you even got these Yeti. Now this is a koozie that's made by Yeti.
Yeah, this one right here is pretty cool. Get a lot of requests for this. This is actually a koozie, and this is just a sample can, but that thing, they tell me that it keeps whatever temperature you put it in there. It keeps
Let me
it
show
cold.
everybody. Okay, you see it here. Scott, I'm going to show you one more time. I do this. and then you put it right on like this, and it just keeps it really, really cold.
Very cold. Yep.
So awesome product right there. Now you have a what do you call that?
The Rambler.
Yeah, the Rambler.
Yeah, we have the 20 ounce and the 30 ounce, and right now I'm sold out of them. I have when I left the store, I had about 10 of these, and after people watch the program tonight, these will be gone.
These will be gone tomorrow.
Yeah, about 9:30 in the morning, they'll be gone.
But great idea, and Yeti just keeps coming out with some great ideas. This is an awesome product. Get it right there at Gander Mountain. But great deal here, and I wanted to show just a couple of broadheads here. I've heard about this Rage hypodermic.
Yep. We get a lot of people.
Let me hold it for them. I'll hold it for them, let them see it. But we got the Rage hypodermic.
We get a lot of requests for that particular broadhead, and a lot of people come in buying it. I shoot a Rage myself, and I haven't tried that one. I shoot the one we have over here, and I tell you what, great performance.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the blood trail it leaves is just unreal. Second to
And that's
none.
what's important.
Absolutely.
People don't realize it's the blood trail itself that's important. I mean, it has to be a trackable blood trail. Of course, shot placement is very important, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't have a trackable blood trail.
That's right.
Because you've got to find that animal.
And that's a 2-inch cut, a little bit over a 2-inch cut right there. You will find him.
That is a needle on that thing. I guess this one is called hypodermic. Well, that is awesome. I'll tell you what, great. And then we got the Rage. Can you hand us that other Rage there, Tanner? Now that's the one that you're talking about that you use, right?
Yep,
the chisel tip.
Yep, I shoot chisel tip, and that's another good, good product right there. I've shot that one now for about 4 or 5 years, and does very good.
Oh yeah.
And that chisel tip, if you hit bone with it, just keeps on going.
Call it ever ready.
Yeah, I've got some that I've probably killed 3 or 4 deer with them.
And it's still good.
Yep, still good.
All right, and now let's show the last broadhead here, and this is what I shoot.
Yeah.
I've shot these for years, and that's the G5 Montex, 100 grain. I like something that cuts as soon as it touches the skin. And this just keeps on cutting.
Just keeps on going on.
And it keeps going and going and going. And I tell you what, I love them for the fact that it's a cut on contact, where a lot of them aren't anymore. That's what's so amazing to me is that a lot of blades aren't cut on contact. And deer aren't that thick.
Right.
So I wanted to pass through them really, really quick, not spook them so much, and that way they don't get that adrenaline going so bad. And I think that's what taints the meat a lot, right there. Hey, we got some callers here. Let's go with line 1 is Anthony. Anthony, how can we help you tonight?
Hey, Hugh.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
We're doing great, Anthony.
Good. My question is for Tanner, actually.
Okay.
I'm a MTSU student myself, and what I want to ask him, where and who could I ask on campus about getting involved in the tournaments?
That's awesome.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. Actually, you know, I think for this semester we've actually just kind of missed. They usually have like you know, meetings and stuff like campus wide at the start of the semester. You know, to bring in new members to the team and the club and stuff. It really doesn't get big. The big school tournaments like the FLW tournaments and the BASS tournaments that we travel around and fish, they don't really start up until the spring semester. So there's plenty of time. We actually only have like one or two more tournaments like this fall, and they're kind of just like smaller tournaments around the area that we'll be fishing with schools like UTC and Tennessee Tech and stuff like that. So if you definitely we're always looking to add members and stuff like that. This spring would be a great time to get on board.
How can you get a hold of you and maybe get a hold and get involved?
Okay, yeah. If you have something to write down, I can give you my email address or phone number right now, whichever one you prefer, and you can gladly get a hold of me.
Or I tell you what's even better, go to southernwoodsandwaters.com, Anthony. Message me and I'll get you in touch with Tanner. Okay?
Oh, good. Okay.
We'll do it that way instead of taking up all the time to put out that word. But just email me and I'll get you in touch with Tanner.
All right, Hugh, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Anthony. We appreciate you, brother.
Okay.
And we have Brenda. Brenda, how can we help you tonight?
Well, I've been looking for some snake chaps for myself.
Yes, ma'am.
It's wicked out in the woods like my husband and I. And he has a pair that he's had for years that he got at the co-op.
Okay.
And I've been looking for some snake chaps for myself. And I wear like a size 6 or 8. The inseam is like a 28. So I would think that I would wear a youth, a boy.
Okay. Well,
I'm
Brenda,
having a hard time finding some.
Can we ask you one question, Brenda? Mm-hmm. Does your husband make you walk first? Does he make you walk ahead of him?
Well, usually.
Well, I tell you what, where can she get them? Do y'all carry them?
Maybe walk in the front, but I won't do it.
Brenda, we have some in the store, but if we don't have the size you need in the store, you can go to gander.com and you should be able to find the size you're looking for.
Gander.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Gander.com, but he does have some at the store there on Belinda Parkway.
Yeah, but go to gandermountain.com and like I say, if we don't have your size in the store, we can order them for you, or you can order them from your home. If you want to do a little bit of research on it first, when you go to gandermountain.com, it'll actually tell you if we have them in the store in stock. And if we do, you can go ahead and order them, pick them up right there at the store. We'll have them waiting on you.
That'd be great.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Brenda.
Righty, thank y'all.
All right, we appreciate it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got to hurry up and get our. What is a great tip of the week? But while we're going out, we got to go to a break.
The great tip of the week, for anybody that's out there fishing around any of the lakes this time of year, it's one of the biggest things I suggest with the fish like starting to school up and stuff like that around the bait. Whatever you're fishing, just keep your eyes. Keep your. Be aware of like all your surroundings and stuff, because you never know when they're going to start. You might see birds like circling around all of a sudden come down. You might be fishing. You might be fishing this point right here, and they might start busting behind you. You have no idea when they're going to start coming up. Whether you be on Kentucky Lake, Old Hickory, Percy Priest, it doesn't matter. All those fish are starting to get into that pattern. Where they're going to be in the backs of those creeks. On those shallow flats and stuff off the river. They're going to be running bait and just in a frenzy, and you can really capitalize. That can make or break your trip. If you pull up to the right,
5-pounders school too.
Oh, absolutely. So that's that'd definitely be the tip of the week.
All right, well, great tip, Tanner. We appreciate you very much. We got to go and take a break right now. Visit some of our fine sponsors. When we come back, Joy is in the house and she has got something to treat you in this fall-like weather. Hurry back to more Southern Woods Waters.